Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. Now recently in one of my videos you'll have seen that I wanted to get cassette boxes for my vintage Generation 1 Transformers cassettes, and after a little bit of searching I managed to find the exact boxes that the cassettes would fit into, and that was the end of the video. But I thought it would be fun to sort of continue that project and actually make some custom little inserts to go in with the cassettes in those boxes. If we take a look at one of the ones that I showed in that video, you can see here we have, this is the little cassette box, and if we open it up you can see that we've got either eject or rewind, I can never remember which one that is, inside here, and there's this little sort of piece of paper, the inlay. At the moment it does look quite nice with that in because it just makes it look like a cassette, but what I want to do is make some custom inlays so that it actually looks like it's a sort of themed cassette that is themed to the particular figure inside. So I've been doing a little bit of playing in Photoshop and I've made myself a little sort of mock-up version just to see how it would work. And here is my mock-up version. So this is one that I've mocked up for Ravage, and I'm quite pleased with how this is looking. What I've done is I've taken the original bit of box art that came on the card for Ravage and made my own little design there. So we've got the Decepticon logo, we've got Ravage's name. On the spine it just has the Decepticon logo and then Ravage. I've actually put a little toy-polloi logo down there. And this section is a bit blank, but inside we have a bit of text, and this is actually all of Ravage's tech specs. So this was my mock-up. I thought it would be fun to make boxes like this for all of the other figures that I have here on the table. So that's what I'm going to show you today. We're going to go into Photoshop and I'm going to sort of rework this bit of artwork, make a few little changes to it, and then make the separate versions for all of these cassettes. Now the artwork here, I have to say straight away, is the original artwork from the boxes, and there's a fantastic website where you can get all of those from, and it is called Botch's Transformers Box Art Archive, and that's where I've got all of those images from. It's a really great resource, and I want to say a massive thank you to him straight away for putting the effort in and scanning in every single bit of box art, because it's made this job a whole lot easier. So let's go into Photoshop and we'll make some different versions for all of the figures I have here, and then I'll show you how I'm going to cut them out and get them inside these boxes and get them working. Right, and there, it didn't take too long to do. As you can see, I've now made the artwork for the 4 figures I have here. We've got Frenzy, we've got Buzzsaw, we've got Eject, and then this is Ravage, which I showed earlier. I've made a few little modifications to this. I'm going to be remaking the one I've already made. And I've printed these out onto some fairly nice quality paper. It doesn't need to be thick card or anything. This is just nice quality printer paper. And I've got a reasonable print. You can see that's come out really quite nicely. The text is very readable as well. You have to remember that the text is upside down just because of the way we fold this. So you can see that text is quite readable as well. And now it's just a case of cutting these out and putting them into the cassettes. I've done a very fine line around the text because otherwise I wouldn't know where to cut. And we're just going to be cutting using a scalpel and a metal ruler. So I've got a metal ruler here and I've got my scalpel here. I'm going to cut them out and then we need to fold them and put them in. But I think these are going to work very nicely. There are an awful lot of cassettes to make artwork for, so I'm starting with just the ones I have on my desk. And in future I think I'll probably come back and I'll start making a few more of these, because I think once we have these all sort of put together and stored in their cassette boxes, it's going to look really cool. But anyway, let's get cutting these out. With them all cut out, we can now go ahead and fold them. These are going to be fairly sort of delicate to fold because you want a really nice neat line. To do that I'm going to use a ruler and I'm just going to line up the artwork so that it sort of matches exactly where that fold needs to be. You can get the ruler sort of on either side and then I'm just going to gently push that over like that, and then we get a nice neat fold. I think that's probably the easiest way of doing it. We've got to do these ones as well, which are going to be a little bit harder to do just because they're smaller areas to fold, but I should be able to line that up and then fold that down. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. And then we've got this tiny one to do as well, which is sort of in an inner flap there, just sits on the inside of the cassette. Like so. Yeah, that all feels good. So if I bring in the eject cassette box that I already have, we'll take out the placeholder one that we have there, and then we can fold that and pop that in. And I'll just make some final sort of creases just once that's all in place. Oh yeah, look, immediately that's looking really nice. It just feels like a proper cassette now. It's like it's got a proper cover, and then we can put the transformer in as well. That should just fit in like that. There we go. That is really nice. I'm very happy with how that's looking. It's going to be a very nice display piece and a good way of storing these figures, because now I can exactly see which figure it is, what his name is, and also we've got the tech specs inside. So let me fold up the rest of these and we'll put all of the cassettes in. But I'm very happy with how that is looking. And there we go, that's all of the cassettes in their little cassette boxes. I'm really happy with how these look. They just look sort of like a nice displayable piece. I'm very pleased with the end result of these. So you can see we've got some Decepticon ones there. These are all sort of themed with a bit of purple and the Decepticon logo. And I've just made one Autobot one for now, which is Eject. And that looks really quite nice as well. So that will be how I'm going to just display and store my cassettes from now on. It's certainly worth the effort of making these little things. They don't take a huge amount of time to create, and the fact they've now got the little bit of a tech spec inside as well, you can read up about what each figure does. It's just a nice little addition to these figures, and something I think Hasbro probably could have done back in the day. Certainly wouldn't have been too much work to do, and it's been a fun project for me. I will be putting these files available for download on toy-polloi.com, so if you want to have a go at making your own, then go there and grab that file. For the moment, it will just be these 4 that I have created. In the future, I will hope to add a few more, because I do want to get the rest of my collection boxed up like this, so bear with me. But for now, there will be those 4 there, so if you want to do your figures like this, go and grab those files. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not check out some of my other Transformers projects. I've done plenty over the years. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.